Hello, happy Sushi Sunday. It's your girl Sue. If you're watching this, I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you for taking your time to just listen to me ramble on about my inner thoughts. To be honest, I have been trying to make this video for the past almost hour. I've lost track of how many times I have started to record this and delete it 10 minutes in. And it's because I'm just not super comfortable yet with getting personal again. I think it's been so long and, my self-confidence has kind of taken a dip. And, there's, the reason behind that too is, through this whole pandemic, my relationship with my body has changed. And that's what I want to talk about today. So I have decided I am just going to go into it because that's the only way I think I'm going to get comfortable with this again. So here we go. I don't have matcha today because I drank it all. I have my glass. It's empty. I drank it through the past hour of trying to record this. So hopefully this is the last one. Okay. So at the beginning of the pandemic, after I got laid off, I became very inactive since I've just been home. And, Mark's also been able to work from home, which has been super nice. And, we've had a lot more time to spend together. So, at the beginning of the pandemic, for the first 3 months or so, our lifestyle kind of changed. I was cooking a lot more and I still kind of am, and for the most part everything I cook is pretty healthy, but besides cooking, there were a lot of unhealthy choices being made. We were drinking a lot more often, and we even signed up for this wine membership because we live 5 minutes walking distance from this one place, and they were having amazing deals every day, 50% off bottles of wine. And there was just their membership deal is really good. We get 4 bottles every 3 or 4 months, and they're really good ones. And with wine we started indulging on cheese and meats and crackers, and we just were making our own charcuterie boards pretty often. And besides the wine and cheese, we were also experimenting with our own cocktails, and we still were eating our almost weekly Korean fried chicken. And with Korean fried chicken you need Korean beer because there's a reason it's called chimek. So yeah. But what has changed with the Korean fried chicken and beer thing is that before, prior to the pandemic, it would be maybe 1 beer each, or we'd share 3, so have 1.5 each. But since the pandemic started, it's gone up. And over time, all of that just took a toll on our bodies. And especially for me, I got very disrespectful towards myself. I just, I started to feel it with my body, and then I noticed it on my skin. My skin was changing. I was breaking out a lot, and I typically don't have acne prone skin. So when I started breaking out and they were bigger and painful, I didn't have any acne products to treat what was going on. So for a while I was dealing with my skin and trying new products, which I think just irritated it more because I have pretty sensitive skin, and I have to introduce products very slowly and be very careful with what I use. And, you know, not all products that are made for sensitive skin always work for me. So it was very stressful. You know, I think when that was going on, I just started to like, I was still like drinking the same amount and like indulging on the same things just because like it helped like relieve the stress I was feeling for my skin. Obviously, those choices did not help my skin get better. And so I just started to have this like internal battle with myself. You know, I was very rude and disrespectful towards myself. I was saying some really, I don't know, the things I was telling myself was just very hurtful. And there were many days that I just looked at myself and I was disgusted. And I hated myself on a lot of days. Like, I was very mean to myself. And eventually, you know, I noticed that I was wearing, you know, more like different, my clothes had changed. I became very uncomfortable in a lot of the clothes that I had, and I just didn't like myself in them. I started wearing only like baggy clothes, and you know, at first, like I was like, oh, it's just because it's more comfortable. But over time, like I started becoming very unhappy just wearing baggy clothes, and you know, just you know, I wasn't fitting in certain clothes the same way that I was able to prior to the pandemic. So that definitely like took a toll as well. And then that inner battle I was having with myself, it eventually became vocal. I was very vocal about how I was feeling, and you know, I was telling Mark about all this too, and just I saw how it was starting to hurt him just because of how disrespectful I was being towards myself. And, you know, I think when I saw how it was affecting him, I really realized that I needed to do something about this. And so, you know, I didn't really know what to do. I mean, we definitely decided to like cut down on certain things, like the cheese. Cutting out cheese has definitely helped. Just because like we were buying a lot of cheese because we would had cheese with our wine, and then the leftover cheese we had to use it somehow, so we were using it in pastas and you know, certain Korean dishes. It's become a trend to use cheese, so I was doing that too, and just over time all that just added up. And so when we started cutting out cheese, it definitely helped. Not like super quick, like it helped over time, you know, like I didn't become comfortable with my body like right away, you know, I'm still not 100% comfortable. What did help though, and I'm being honest, I started, I joined TikTok, and I saw how many like body positive people there were, and just following them and like following them through their self-love journey and being so positive and comfortable in their own skin has been very comforting for me. And that's also kind of what led me to decide to talk about this, just because I saw like how each time they were talking about their body, they became more comfortable and more confident. And so it's been very helpful. And you know, that was probably in like August, so not until a few months ago, or actually not even August. I don't think like I started like TikTok until like September or October, so it hasn't been that long, maybe like a month or 2 months. And that's when like I really started to work on myself, besides just taking out like cheese and cutting down on alcohol. You know, Mark and I will still like indulge once in a while. I I think we're just drinking a lot less. Like, we'll still have our, you know, beer with our Korean fried chicken. I cannot give up chimek. That's the one thing. That's a no. But, you know, I've just learned how to, like, what's the word? Like, not control, but just, yeah, I guess, like, and not portion. I don't know. I can't figure it out right now. It's just my choices have been a lot healthier. And it's been a few months now since I have changed certain things and certain habits. And I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better about myself. Or actually, you know, a much better about myself. I still have my days where I will look at myself and I'm not happy. I'm very uncomfortable with my body. And, you know, I'm still breaking out. They're just not as painful anymore. It's just, and they're a lot smaller, and I've been able to adjust my skincare so that it works for me. And a big thing that I have learned through TikTok is that the body positive TikTokers is that I just need to be patient with myself and just be gentle. You know, I still have those days where I'm so rude to myself. When I do, like, but when that happens, I try to, like, just catch myself right away and, you know, say something positive. I have been practicing this habit that I used to have when I was younger, like throughout high school, when I had a lot of, like, issues with my body. I forgot who I learned this from. I think it was, I don't know, I learned it from someone. Someone told me to start telling myself, just look at myself in the mirror every day and tell myself that I'm beautiful and that I love myself. And I started to do that, and I was doing that for years. And it helped me. Personally, it has done me so much good. And so I have started to do that again. You know, I'll just look at myself in the mirror, and I'm being honest, like, this is real. Like, I look at myself and tell myself, I am beautiful. I love you. I love you. I almost said I love yourself. You know, I have learned that I just need to work on self-love and self-care and just be patient. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's definitely a process and just a whole journey. And so if you know, I just wanted to share that is something I'm going through. It was really, you know, I've had, like, body image issues for, like, almost 20 years now. But it hasn't been, like, this bad in probably since high school. So, yeah. But I'm just very grateful towards the TikTok community. And, you know, if you are, like, going through something similar, I just want you to know, like, it's, you know, just please, like, just be patient with yourself and be gentle. And that's what I'm gonna keep doing, because that's what is working for me. And I'm still gonna keep indulging on the things I want to. And, you know, another thing is, like, I do want to talk about before, like, if someone does watch this and they're like, why don't you just work out or just exercise? And, you know, since the pandemic started and I've been super, like, inactive, I just, you know, I really don't go out that much. You know, I was going out for, like, walks in the beginning, but then, like, I just saw too many people, like, not wearing masks, and every time I would get too close to someone like that, or someone would get too close to me, I would just stress out for the next 2 weeks, just thinking about the worst that's going to happen to me. And it just was not worth my mental health. Like, I care so much about my health. I don't want to get sick, that I've been choosing to just not go out. And, you know, I could work out at home, which is very true, but I also have very limited space. I do what I can from time to time. Like, I do yoga, and I do a lot of breathing exercises too, just things that work for me in my space. You know, I don't think it's like anyone's, like, you just shouldn't tell people to, like, oh, why don't you just work out or exercise? You know, I just think, you know, just, that's just not how it works. You know, you could work out and exercise all you want and still be unhappy with your body. You know, I think like the best thing that works, and, you know, especially for me, is just constantly being patient and showing myself love and care. And that's what I'm gonna keep doing. So yeah, this was super short. I just really wanted to talk about that. Yeah, so if you made it this far to the end, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, even though it's posted a little bit later, I did it, and that's what matters. I kept the promise to myself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and what's the other one? Turn post notifications on. Yeah, and if you want to see more of me, you can follow me on Sooshi Eats on Instagram, and I am also on TikTok at, ooh, what's my handle? I am Sooshi. So yeah, I'll see you guys next Sunday, and thank you again. Bye.